Hey guys, this is Jamie and Lola Tallulah Poet Spice, and I am here to do a December daily collab hosted by Art in the City. There are several other ladies that are involved, so look in the description box below. Check out their link. Oh my god, excuse me. Why is it every time I get on here start to film? There it is, you know. Alright, so December Daily. I love doing December Daily. If you have been around my channel, you know that I've done it for the last 3 years. I'm going to put this video up on this channel. I'm also going to put it up on my Poet Spice writing channel. So definitely go check out both sides. I'll put the link here and in other videos too. We are getting together to just show you some things that we are doing for December Daily, show you our supplies and so forth like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with a few things. This is an example of one of the books that I made for December Daily. This one I made last year or the year before, and I use old books. I take them apart and I put them together with rings. So I had used some graphic 45 for this one and some stickers and so forth. So this is just an idea of what I do with some of the pages, so forth, because I do not do your typical December daily with the little pictures in the, you know, like supposedly, I don't want to say how it's supposed to be, but like, you know, I don't do it like that. I also start mine in November around Thanksgiving break. I usually either start it at Thanksgiving break or that Monday of that week. So this is an example of one of my previous ones that I put together. This one, of course, will be for sale because I didn't use this one. So there's that one. Here's an example of what they look like once I've finished a December daily. I pretty much do a lot of journaling and ephemera gathering and so forth in mine. So I have pictures, but I don't have, you know, like a picture a day, every day or something like that. So here's mine. I end up using 3-inch rings, and as you can see, I could probably use bigger rings, but they don't necessarily make them. I usually have a charm that I make. So here was the chunky charm that I made for this year, you know, the year for this one. And I just had some leftover Christmas bowls and whatnot, and I put it on here with a big old lobster claw. I used some book corners, which I need to see if I have some more of these, so I can put it on this sheet. So this is an example of what mine looks like full, and I'll see if I can link the video from this one, like the actual video for this one. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, I was like, why is this not working? Because the clip is coming off. Alright, so there's another little charm clip right there. So I had used this color scheme, and there's some pictures and some journaling and cards and stuff that I got, and you know, just little notes. They become pages. Sometimes I just decorate the page because I like it. So here's an example. It's Freedom, and I don't necessarily do mine in order either. Like this is day 24 and this is day 25 of November, and then some fam pictures. So this is 27th. So I don't necessarily, actually I could go back and take some of these pages out, but this is what mine looks like. Like this is some stuff that I was working on that year. So I crocheted, came up with my own crochet pattern for that. These are some dies and shopping that I had done. Going to shop. Honeyman and I had gone out. I put receipts and stuff in here and so forth. So I got this die. So this was 2 years ago because I remember getting that at the other apartment. Some cards that I had gotten, some different things like this. I had gotten a sticker on a package and loved it. This was some Santoro ribbon, and I loved the packaging, so I just put that in there. Alright, so this is an example of a couple years ago. So I had some little tags that I made. Yeah, so that's what my December dailies end up looking like when they're finished. So I'll show you what this one is starting to look like, what it's shaping up to do. Let's talk about supplies. This is the paper pad that I am using. Now, there is a possibility that I may change my mind and go with a vintage Christmas theme, because I had gotten all this stuff prior to getting this pack for a vintage Christmas, you know, like the reds and greens and that deep cranberry stuff. So it's a possibility I still may do that. But so far, I've actually made the pages out of this, which is the dark floral. from Michael's. And my friend Kelly was nice enough to go shopping for me and send me a couple pads because I didn't go to Michael's. I haven't been there for a while. So here are a lot of the pages. Now, obviously, some of them I've used. And then I use some plain paper that coordinates. So some of that paper was, you know, like the 8x8 squares that you get at Tuesday morning, and some that I got at Pat Catan's. Of course, I made some envelopes and so forth. I don't think we're supposed to show our actual book yet, but I'll just give you a sneak peek then. So I used a larger book this time because I kept, as you saw, my book is very chunky. And I thought maybe if I had a slightly wider book that it wouldn't be as thick and chunky. So I don't know if we're actually supposed to show everything in here. So there's just a quick flip through. And my book, once again, is on rings in an old book cover. Love that. With duct tape on the edge. Let me show you some dies that I'm going to be using. Because, you know, I pretty much make most of my ephemera from, or, you know, the decorations and stuff. So I'll show you the dies that I'm going to be using. I have this die. This little 3 candles. Love that. Some Desire. I love those bells. They're so pretty, especially when you emboss them. I've got this little snowflake set. I got this one of these candles. I've got these snowflakes, so I can't wait to cut these out. I love the way they look, especially this one. Some Crafter's Companion. I want to try this bow. I showed this in a haul recently. I don't know what's the best way to look at it. I want to try to see what that bow looks like. I pulled this out of my stash. And I cut one of these. This is so pretty when it's cut out. I have some Anna Griffin. And so I pulled out some of the big pieces of hers. So there's this snow one. Not snow one, but ornaments. And these little pieces come out. So you could cut it multiple times and then go back in and paper piece these, but for my December daily I probably wouldn't do that. Maybe on a card. Then she had these pieces of ivy, so I got this one, and I really like how this one cut out. I'm not sure that I cut it out before. And then this huge piece of like mistletoe ivy. So I have that I'll be using and cutting. I got some Tim Holtz. I was so excited when I got this earlier than the year because I was searching for it. Couldn't find it when it was in stock, or I wasn't paying how much they wanted. And the texture. I have this one as well. As you see, I got it on clearance when I purchased it. Because y'all know I don't pay full price for anything, really. No. Oh, of course, here's the other thing of dies. Let me see if I can move you back. Hold on, don't get dizzy. I'm gonna try to pull this back a little bit. Woo. And then turn it down. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, that's a little bit. So, my big old bin, old dies and stuff. So, I'm just gonna go through these quickly. Somebody asked me how I stored my dies. So here you see how I store lots of them. And like I said, I just go through and look and see what I have. I try to cut a bunch of stuff. And although this isn't Christmas, it looks like it to me. So I try to cut a bunch of stuff so that when it comes around, I just have it in a bin, and I'll show you my bin later. So here's this and this little things. And I separated all my Christmas. So different things, and here's some little piece. I love these little paper pieces. So I'm gonna play with those again. And this matches that design I showed you earlier. So I just sit there and I'll cut and cut and cut and cut what I think I'm going to use. And then if I don't use it, I just don't use it, but then at least I'll have it. And I'll have to sit here and, you know, die cut on the day I want to use something. Because y'all know how I am. I love my die cuts. And this matches that too. So, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, you know, stopping at each, you know, on each one. Just kind of go through them quickly. Because I did a video of all this on my Christmas thing. And I'll put a hashtag. It says hashtag Poet Spice Christmas. Yeah, so you can show us your Christmas stuff. Okay. So, like I said, we'll go through this quickly. And if this isn't everything, but this is what's in this bin. So, you know, I love dies. So, of course, I've got them. And it's just fabulous because I love Christmas. So, it's my favorite holiday. So, as a unit, it's the one I have the most dies for. It's Christmas and winter. And we all remember these lovelies. So fab. So, polar bear. So I have those. And I don't know about anybody else, but die cutting is so fun. I actually heard somebody who said they didn't like die cutting. And I was like, what? How do you not like die cutting? Let you know we all like different things. So anyway, then you can see I got all these desire dies that I absolutely love. So there and there. Oh, and then some more Trim Craft dies and Tim Holtz are back there. So that is this bin. And then you can see the other videos I did for hashtag Poet Spice Christmas if you would like to see those. So that is basically my supply stuff separated. And then I'll show you what I put them in. So I have this iris bin. And it's labeled Christmas and Christmas stamps. Although I had to take all the Christmas stamps out and put them in a bigger one. So I just take my iris case here. Let me see if I can move it a little bit again. And I put everything in here. And then this is what I use over the course. So here's extra pieces that I chopped off. And, you know, here's a little ornament. Here's some pieces ready to make tags from leftover scraps. Here's some of the pages that I had. Here's some of the pages I had planned to use, but I did not use those. And then you have die cuts. So I start with doing die cuts. So you can see that doily cut. I was saying with that pretty edge. And so forth. And like here's the Tim Holtz pieces. Right, and I just leave them in here with different things. Like there's extra paper, so I could cut. There's some thickers in there, some other stickers and so forth, some Christmas stencils. And this is just like my bin O Christmas that I just use stuff for my December daily. I actually call it my December daily and beyond since I actually start in November. I go through December and I don't end mine until after New Year's. All right, so there's my items. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely check out the other ladies. They'll be in the description box below. I'll try to link some videos around here and there about the other December dailies that I've done. And yeah, so see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.